Hey guys, welcome back to the Mets franchise. We're in the NLCS as we'll be taking on the San Diego Padres in this episode. Stay tuned, it's going to be a nice action-packed long one. I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, I'd appreciate the like. Comment below what you think of this series and what you think of the postseason so far. Hope you guys enjoy this one. It's going to be a super long one, so it might take me a couple days before you're actually seeing this, so I do apologize if it's been a while, but it has been a long episode, so hope you guys enjoy it. Nonetheless, let's look at the Padres roster. What they got going. They got Fernando Tatis. They got Shane Bieber, Ryan Helsley, who we saw last year, who eliminated us with the Chicago Cubs. They signed Rhys Hoskins. They traded for Nolan Arenado. Michael King, like they have in real life now. Still got Manny Machado. Still got Kim. And then we got, going into the lower 80 overall guys, Luis Garcia, Michael Lorenzen. They got Luis Campuzano, Sixto Sanchez, who we versed in an episode earlier this season, a couple episodes back. And they still got Xander Bogaerts as well. Xander Bogaerts dropped to 77 overall. That's crazy. And Cronenworth. So anyway, let's get into it. We got home field advantage. If you guys forgot, we are the 1 seed in the National League. We actually have the best record remaining because the 1 and the 2 seed in the American League both got upset. And they're not in the ALCS, so they both got upset in the DS, the Rays and the Texas. So if we do end up winning this series, we'll have home field in the World Series. But we're not going to focus on that until we get past this series. We decided to throw Corbin Burnes back out there for Game 1. He pitched pretty solid against Miami. Corbin Burnes is going to go Game 1. Urias, who did not pitch at all against the Miami series, he's going to go Game 2, just so he's not on like 2 weeks of like zero pitching. So anyway, it's going to be a pretty fast, action-packed game. I'm going to show as much highlights as I can so you guys don't miss much of the action. In the first, after the leadoff strikeouts, a walk to Xander Bogaerts. Next batter's Fernando Tatis Jr. And Fernando Tatis, he swings and misses, but Bogaerts steals second. We were a little late on there. I guess we didn't realize Bogaerts would take off with the 65 speed. Next batter's going to be Rhys Hoskins. And Hoskins rips one to left field, going back. Nimmo, he looks up, and it's gone. It's a first inning 2-run home run for Rhys Hoskins, and San Diego takes the very first lead of this NLCS with the first inning 2-run shots. Rhys Hoskins' third home run of the postseason already. So that's all they would get in the first 2-0 San Diego. We're going up against Shane Bieber, who's had a fantastic 2 starts so far in the wild card round and in the NLDS. The Padres beat the Dodgers to get here. So good for them, I guess. And they beat the defending champs Arizona as well, I'm pretty sure. So, or was that Miami who beat Arizona? No, I think that was Miami who beat Arizona. I think they beat Pittsburgh, San Diego. That's right. Anyway, we don't score in the first. In the second, Luis Garcia lines one to center. Luis Robert trying to dive. He will not make the play. It's going all the way to the wall. It's going to be a leadoff double. Luckily, it wasn't more here in the second inning. Next batter, Edward Olivares. He goes down looking. Beautiful circle change, bottom of the zone. Could have gone either way on that call. Olivares didn't like it. Still in the seconds, first and second now with 1 out. Campuzano grounds to third. Brady starts in around the horn. Double play. So we're out of the second. Still 2-0 Padres. Bottom half of the third we go. It's Brett Baty, who's been hot so far in this postseason. He's going to chop one up the middle for a base hit. It's our first base hit of this NLCS. We finally get on the board with the hit in the third. See if anything can come out of this one. Next batter's Ryan O'Hearn. He's going to start against righties now with the struggling Soler, but he's not going to come through. 6-4-3 double play to end the third inning. So we're going to start off with O'Hearn for now, the DH against righties, because Soler has just been kind of slumping. In the fourth, Luis Garcia hits another base hit for him. He's on with 1 out in the fourth inning. Next batter is going to be Edward Olivares again, and he is going to hit one deep to left field. If it's fair, it's gone. It is gone. Line drive, 2-run shot for Edward Olivares, the second 2-run shot of the game for San Diego. It's now 4-0 Padres here in the top of the fourth, and that is not good. That's all they would get. In the bottom half of the fourth, we have a runner on 1 out, but it's yet another double play. Kyle Tucker. No, it's dropped at first, not scooped by Rhys Hoskins. So should have been a double play. Keeps the inning alive for Pete Alonso. Can he come through? He's going to draw a walk. Now we got something cooking. First and second, 2 out. Inning should have been over. Now we have a chance to score. It's Francisco Alvarez. Going to hit one into pretty medium deep center field. It's a can of corn for the center fielder. That ends the fourth. Still 4-0, and we only got one hit through 4. In the 5th, Corbin Burns should be his last pitch, I believe, as he gets... No, I think he pitches the 6th. Yeah, never mind. But he gets out of the 5th, no problem. Gets Fernando Tatis to pop up to 1st. Bottom half, we finally have a leadoff guy on for Luis Robert. What's he going to do? It's a double play. 4-6-3 double play. It should have been our 3rd double play of the game. It was only our 2nd, but hopefully that won't be a theme in this NLCS. 6th inning, 2 out, nobody on for Brandon Nimmo. He's going to rip one in the gap. Can this one get out of here? It is. No, it's going to one-hop over the wall. It's another ground rule double. I believe that's like the 4th episode in a row with a ground rule double. It's just crazy how that keeps happening. Something you wouldn't think happened. 4 episodes in a row, ground rule double? Might be wrong. 4 out of 5 at least. Got to be. Kyle Tucker, though, flies out to end the inning. We're going all the way to the 7th. Another runner on, 1 out. Beautiful play by Xander Bogaerts at short. Starts another double play. My goodness, just rally killer after rally killer with these double plays. And Francisco Lindor, he gets hit by a curveball that gets away from Shane Bieber. So the 7th inning's not over yet. Luis Robert, next batter, he draws a walk. So we're not getting many base hits this game, but we're getting our base runners when we can. If we can get a big hit from Beatty here, that'd be nice. He hits one up the middle for a base hit. Rounding 3rd, trying to score is Francisco Lindor. The throw is going to be on time, but just missed with the... Just not in time, I guess, technically. Just missed. What a throw from the center fielder, though. That was a missile. Perfect throw. I thought Lindor was going to be out. But a run scores, and we finally get Shane Bieber out of this game. Thank goodness. And we've seen enough of him. They go to a lefty, so we're going to pinch hit for Jorge Soler. See if he can do anything against the lefty. He's the tying run at the plate, and he's going to just fly in the shallow right field. Tatis is right there. That'll end the 7th. Still 4-1 Padres. We go to the 9th. Still 4-1. It's Xander Bogaerts, and the Padres hit their 3rd 2-run shot of the game. This time it's Xander Bogaerts off Scott Barlow. It's 6-1 Padres. 3 long balls for San Diego was their whole offense, but it was 3 more long balls than we can have. We didn't score really much except for that 1 run. That's all the chances we had. If we had a chance, it was all squandered by double plays. Brett Beatty strikes out, and that's the end of game 1. Padres take a 1-0 series lead as we'll go into game 2 in just a sec. But we need to be much better as the second game is kind of, I'm not going to say must win in a 7-game series, but you don't want to lose both at home and have to go into San Diego. That would just be rough. So let's get in to game number 2. Like we said, Urias going. He didn't pitch at all against the Marlins in that 3-game sweep. So we didn't want him to go like 2+ weeks without pitching. Paying the guy $27 million, for Christ's sake. You better go out there and pitch good. In the first, got the first 2 outs. Nobody on for Fernando Tatis. It's a base hit in the right field. So 2-out single for Tatis. Next batter is going to be Rhys Hoskins, homered in the last game. And today he's going to ground one up the middle. Lindor's going to make a nice play. He goes to second, but too slow on the turn and the throw. Maybe he should have gone to first, but it was a tough play up the middle. And now it's first and second, 2 out just like that. Manny Machado, he bloops one in the left center. That's going to get down. Brandon Nimmo can't get there. And rounding 3rd and scoring is Fernando Tatis. Is 1-0 Padres in the first. After 2 out, nobody on, you get a base hit. Little seeing eye base hit up the middle. And then a little bloop in the left. It's 1-0 Padres. He would get out of it in the first, but still 1-0. Going up against Michael Lorenzen. And he pitched even better than Shane Bieber in the first 2 playoff starts. Sub-1 ERA. He's been phenomenal in 14 innings. So he's been great for San Diego. Part of the reason why they're here. In the first, we got a guy on. 1 out for Kyle Tucker. Can you guess what he's going to do? It's another double play. Man, so far that's already like 4 in 2 games. Yikes. We need to cut that out. Anyway, in the second, it's Pete Alonso leading off the second. He's crushing the left field. No doubt about it. Look at where this one lands. It is 3rd deck. Absolutely crushed. He's been struggling this postseason, so it's good to see him get going with a 440-foot moonshot. And it ties this game at 1. We'll take a look at where that goes. 112 off the bat. My goodness. 3rd deck before it bounced out of there on the seats. Man, what a shot from Pete Alonso. Anyway, in the 3rd. 2 out, nobody on for Francisco Tatis again. But this time we walk him. He's going to go ahead and steal second. And now, just like that, Padres got a runner in scoring position with 2 out for Rhys Hoskins. And what's he going to do? He's going to line one to right field. Will it stay fair? It will, and then bounce up against the sidewall. It's going to be an RBI double for Rhys Hoskins, and it's 2-1 San Diego in the third. Hoskins killing us early on in these first two games. Machado later in the inning, he lines one. Looked like that might have got through for a second, but Lindor snags it, still 2-1. In the third, it's Jonathan India hitting one deep to left center field. Center fielder Zavala's going back. He looks up. It's out of here. Tie game, home run. Jonathan India ties it up. Some power from unexpected places as Jonathan India homers into center field to tie this game at 2 in the fourth. Samuel Zavala, he goes down looking beautiful slurve right there on the inside corner. Front door slurve. Gets through 4 Urias. Bottom half of the fourth, it's Kyle Tucker. Can he do something? He finally gets a base hit. It's the leadoff base hit for Kyle Tucker. Pete Alonso coming up next with 1 on and 1 out. Hopefully this won't be another double play. It's not. It's absolutely crushed yet again and headed for the same area. Pete Alonso, okay, this one much not as deep, not nearly as deep, but Pete Alonso with his second home run of the game. Another no-doubter. Yeah, this one was only 373 compared to 440, but still a no-doubter nonetheless, and a 2-run shot this time for Pete Alonso, and the Mets have a 4-2 lead. Still in the fourth, yeah, we got a runner on first. Luis Robert draws a walk. First and second, 1 out for Brett Beatty. He's been kind of clutch this postseason. He's going to come through again, base hit in the right field. Hit too hard and too shallow. Tatis has a great arm. We're going to have to hold the runner there. Bases loaded, 1 out for Ryan O'Hearn. Let's see if Ryan O'Hearn can finally come through. He grounds one to second. Oh boy. But no, it goes off the second baseman's glove. Even the throw to first is not in time. Everyone's safe. 5-2 Mets. Thought that was going to be a double play for a second. But no, 5-2 on the infield single. Jonathan India up next. He flies one to center field. It's going to be caught, but should be plenty deep enough to tag. And it will be to score the run. Luis Robert tags from third. He scores. 6-2 Mets in the fourth. Much better offensive performance as our fourth would end. Brandon Nimmo would fly out, so those runners would be stranded on first and third. But, oh man, that was way deeper than I expected. That ball's carrying out there. But no, 6-2 to end the fourth. In the fifth, we got another rally going. We got first and second, 2 out for Luis Robert. And Robert's going to chop one up the middle for a base hit. Rounding third and scoring is another Mets player. So, and that, oh my goodness, that throw was way offline, but it bounced right back to the catcher, so we're not going to be able to score another run. Man, that was a crazy throw. But anyway, it's 7-2 in the fifth. Brett Beatty would ground to short, and that's how this inning would end. But nice 7-2, so we got a very comfortable lead. In the seventh inning, it's 7-3 at this point, but it wouldn't matter. Pete Alonso, line drive homer, his third home run of the game. So he's been quiet this postseason until this game. He woke up when we needed him most. 3 home runs this game. That one, 410, line drive shot. We would sim ahead because this game would get out of hand. 12-5 would be the final. Descalfani in to just mop it up, and it's over. Mets win, tie the series at 1. 12-5 victory for the Mets. So very good. We're going into San Diego now. Tied at 1. If we could just leave there, winning 2 out of 3, we'll be in good shape. So we'll see how that goes. We'll get into Game 3 in a sec. All right, Game 3. Mason Miller on the mound for San Diego. He did not. He's probably the only pitcher that didn't do good so far from what I'm seeing for San Diego. He got hit up, couldn't make it past the 4th inning in his first start of the postseason. We're going to get up against David Peterson, who pitched great against Miami. He went 6 innings. He only gave up that 1 run. That first inning home run to Jazz Chisholm was all he gave up. So we're looking for more of the same. In the second, no, it's a pitcher's duel right now. Francisco Lindor goes down swinging. We haven't got a base runner yet. Nolan Arenado goes down swinging in the second. They haven't done anything yet. So we're going past 2 in a pitcher's duel. It looks like Luis Robert in the third. He's going to rip one to right center field. This is going to get down in the gap, and it's going to go close to the wall. Center fielder cuts it off, but it's a leadoff double for Luis Robert in the third. Let's see if we can finally score off a leadoff double. Brett Beatty's next batter. He's been coming through all postseason, but not this time. Strikes out swinging on the curveball. Ryan O'Hearn, next batter. What can he do? Nothing. He grounds to first. He flips to the pitcher, covering, gets the runner over, but not really that important when it's 1 out already. Runner on third, 2 out for Jonathan India. He grounds one, but right to the first baseman, Rhys Hoskins. Ends the third. Leadoff double is not taken advantage of. Edward Olivares in the third. He's been hitting pretty good so far, and he's going to rip one in the gap. Nimmo's trying to get over there. He cannot. That ball drops and goes all the way to the wall. It's going to be a leadoff double for San Diego. Excuse me. We got Samuel Zavala, next batter. And that one's kind of blooped-ish, lined softly in the right field for a base hit. Runner can't score, it's just too shallow. First and third, nobody out. Alberto Mondesi strikes out swinging on the slider. Now we're a double play away from getting out of this. It's Luis Garcia. Can we get that double play? No, but he pops up to shallow left field. Lindor's going over. He makes the play, and the runner on third will stay right there. Almost out of this now. First and third, still 2 out. Fernando Tatis probably should have walked him because he's the only guy that's going to keep killing us this series because he's the best player, obviously. Rips one all the way to the wall in the right center field gap. Runner from first scores. 2-0 Padres. 2-run, 2-out double from Fernando Tatis. That was clutch from Tatis, man. We should have probably just walked him because we get Rhys Hoskins to strike out on a high changeup. Nice pitch from David Peterson there. In the fourth, Brandon Nimmo hit 4 home runs in the first series, and he's finally going to hit another one here. Solo shot to cut the Padre lead in half, 2-1, as that one was way out of here from Brandon Nimmo. 5th home run of the postseason already in, what is this, his 6th game. So, 3, and then this is the 3rd, in the 6th game. So, my goodness, he's been hitting the ball well. Hopefully he can stay hot. In the fourth, Luis Campuzano finds the gap. Right center field. It's going to be a double. It's going to be a 1-out double. So, Padres have had guys on, and David Peterson hasn't looked as sharp, not nearly as sharp as he looked against Miami. So, it hasn't been the best of starts. But he's going to get Nolan Arenado to strike out, swinging in the dirt. Going to try to get out of this fourth with no other runs. It is Edward Olivares again, and he's going to go take his base. That's a walk. David Peterson struggling through this fourth inning. He's already at 84 pitches. Sammy Zavala's the next batter. That's chopped up the middle, past the diving Jonathan India, in for a base hit. The runner's trying to score. The throw is just not in time. Not a lot of speed on the bases, but the throw just wasn't in time. 3-1 Padres. Alberto Mondesi finally strikes out to end this inning, but it's 3-1. Leading off the fifth, we got to answer right back, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Luis Robert, dead center field, as Zavala looks up, runs out of room. That one is gone. 3-2 now, as Luis Robert hits his 2nd home run of the postseason. 425 to straightaway center field. Nice shot from Luis Robert. Gets us back in this game. Brett Beatty in the 5th. He's the next batter. He rips one in the right center field gap. That's headed for the wall. It's going to be a double. A no-out double for Brett Beatty. So we've got a home run and a double to start this 5th inning off so far. Can't ask for much more than that. We've still got Mason Miller in. And Ryan O'Hearn, he's going to ground to shortstop. He's going to do the worst possible thing pretty much besides striking out or popping up. He just grounds to short, doesn't get the runner over. Next up, Jonathan India. He lines one to center field. It's going to dunk in for a base hit. Rounding third and scoring is Brett Beatty. And this game is tied at 3 in the 5th. Clutch base hit for Jonathan India. Next batter, Brandon Nimmo. He's going to ground to first. And it's going to be another rally-killing double play, man. My goodness. Double plays every game so far in big spots. In the 5th, Peterson tried to grind through and get through this 5th inning. Luis Garcia, though, another base hit from this guy. He's been coming through. Goes the opposite way. Sneaks it past the third baseman. And it's a leadoff double. That would be it for Peterson. I mean, he's been in trouble a lot. Like 3rd, 4th, and 5th inning, he's been in trouble. So Terry Francona has seen enough going to the bullpen. Not a terrible start, but hopefully Jonathan Loaizaga can clean it up. He gets Fernando Tatis to ground to second, so they move the runner over. Runner on third, 1 out for Rhys Hoskins, who's been having himself a pretty good series so far. He's going to hit one deep in the left field. Nimmo's going to catch that, but that is plenty deep enough to score the runner. Padres take the lead back 4-3 in the 5th. So now that the Padres have the lead, we got to try to answer back. We're going all the way to the 8th. We haven't done anything yet. It's 1 out, 2 out, 1 on for Kyle Tucker. He strikes out again. We might have to move him down in the order. He's starting to struggle a little bit. Anyway, it's 4-3. Ryan Helsley on in the 9th. 3 for 3 so far. He's been perfect in save opportunities. Haven't given up a run. Remember, he's the guy who eliminated us last season when he was with the Cubs. He shut us down. We gave him trouble the first time we versed him, but then he shut us down the next 2 games after that, and we were eliminated. It's Pete Alonso leading off the inning. He grounds out to second. Next batter, Francisco Alvarez. Need to see something from him. He strikes out swing. Couldn't hold his swing at that changeup in the bottom of the zone. Might have called it a strike anyway. Not sure. Last chance is Francisco Lindor, and he rips one to right field. Fernando Tatis is there, though. makes the play, and the Padres win it. They've taken a 2-1 series lead. We'll be back for Game 4 in a second while I catch my breath. All right, game number 4. We're down 2-1 now in this series as we just dropped, obviously, game 3, 4-3 to San Diego. So, again, pretty much it makes it, again, not a must-win, but do not want to go down 3-1 especially against this team where we have to verse Shane Bieber one more time. It's not going to be good. We're going up against Sixto Sanchez. We said earlier, we versed him in an episode earlier this season, like 3 or 4 episodes back, and we lost that game on a walk-off home run, but Sixto Sanchez wasn't ultra impressive, so we're going to hope to get to him early, and that's exactly what Jonathan India is going to start off doing. It's a leadoff base hit for Jonathan India. Next batter, Brandon Nimmo. Let's see if we can keep this rally going. Hopefully no double plays, at least not yet. It's grounded up the middle for a base hit. Hit too hard for the shortstop to make a play. We got something going on. First and second, nobody out. Kyle Tucker batting third again. Let's see if he can finally come through. He lines one to right field. Tatis is going to be there, and the runners are going to stay right there, first and second. One out for the Mets. Pete Alonso, he's been clutch so far in this series. Can he come through again? Line drive, base hit over the first baseman's head into right field. India rounds third. He is going to score. Throws way up the line. 1-0 Mets in the first. We strike early. Brett Beatty moved up in the lineup to fifth, and he's usually been coming through in these spots, but not this time. Pops up to second. And that's the second out of the inning. So we really could use that second run. But Brett Beatty pops up. So now it's first and third, 2 out. We need Lindor to come through to give us some insurance. Well, not insurance, only the first inning. But you know what I mean. But he hits a slow comebacker to Sixto Sanchez. That's how the first would end. But we have the lead 1-0. Logan Gilbert on the mound for us. Another guy who pitched great in the Miami series. Phenomenal. 6 in the third. That only run is, I think he just gave up the 1 run if I remember correctly. But anyway, Francisco Alvarez, look what he's going to do. That's a double play in the second inning. So more double plays is starting to become a theme here in the NLCS. He's back in the lineup, Jorge Soler. And Jorge Soler crushing, hitting the ball as hard as you can hit it. He's pissed. He was on the bench for the last couple of games. Pretty much this whole series, I think. And he didn't do anything against Miami. He was struggling towards the end of the year, so we benched him. And look how he comes out. Only hit the ball 110.5 miles an hour. My goodness. He was mad that he got benched. Good to see Soler doing something. It's 2-0 Mets. Jonathan India is going to hit his second on the base hit of the game. That's up the middle. Brandon Nimmo, next batter. He rips one to right field. This one's getting down. It's going all the way to the wall. Jonathan India around second. He's headed for third. They're going to hold him right there. The good job for Tatis getting that ball in rather quickly. So it's going to be second and third, 2 out. Kyle Tucker hasn't been coming through in these spots so far, and that's not going to change here. It's a slow chopper to second. Luis Garcia is going to make the play, and Kyle Tucker continues to struggle. I think we are going to move him down after this game. I definitely move him down. Pretty sure it's after this game. I just couldn't take it anymore. Anyway, Logan Gilbert dealing long. He's got a strikeout there. Cronenworth up with a run on first. He gets him striked out swinging as well to end the second. Pair of strikeouts in the second inning. And the third, it's Brett Beatty. He didn't come on with runners on, but he will come on with nobody on. He'll come through and hit a double, 1 out double for Brett Beatty. He's been hitting well, Brett Beatty. That's why he's all the way up in that 5th spot now. And we'll see what we do with Kyle Tucker. We'll move the hot guys around. Anyway, it's Francisco Lindor. Career high, 34 home runs in the regular season? And finally hits his first of the postseason. No doubt about it. 2-run shot, 440 feet. My goodness. He takes that pitch way out to right center field. Big 2-run shot from Lindor. It's 4-0 Mets now. We're looking good here in game number 4. In the 5th we go. Still 4-0. We're on our first 1 out. Here comes a base hit from Luis Campusano. Runner goes first to third. Logan Gilbert's first jam of the night. First and third, 1 out in the 5th for Garrett Mitchell, the leadoff batter today. And he's going to rip one to left field. It's a base hit, gets down in front of Nimmo, and it's 4-1. Tying run at the plate. That's not good. It's getting a little scary here in this 5th inning. And that tying run would be Fernando Tatis with 2 out. And I was terrified to pitch to him, but Logan Gilbert does get him the blue out to first base. Jorge Soler in the 6th. He rips one to left field. Left fielder's going back. He leaps. Can't make the play. It's over his head. Soler rounding first, and he'll be in there with a double. So Soler, with his return to the lineup, has all he's done is rip the home run and rip the double. So looks like he's ready to be back in the lineup and pissed off. Jonathan India hits one deep to left field, but that's caught. But Soler is going to tag up from second to third. So we got a runner on third and 1 out. We must get this run in, as Brandon Nimmo is going to pop up to third base. What is going on with our hitting with runners in scoring position? We are looking awful this series, whether it be a double play or a pop-up. We're just not coming through. Kyle Tucker rips one fair down the right field line. He finally comes through in a clutch situation. Run scores. Kyle Tucker looks like he's going to be thrown out at second, but no. Bogarts can't slap the tag in time. It's an RBI double for Kyle Tucker, and he finally comes through with the big hit. Next batter is Pete Alonso. He smokes one to center, but Garrett Mitchell's running over. He's going to make the play. End of sixth. Well, halfway through the sixth, we're up 5-1. Bottom half of the sixth, it's Logan Gilbert. It'll be his last batter. 123 pitches on the night, 6 innings, only 1 earned run. Brilliant performance from Logan Gilbert. 4 hits, 1 run, 6 innings. And I think he had about 10 Ks, if I remember correctly, but he was phenomenal. Anyway, in the 8th, 5-1 Munoz on, and that's Fernando Tatis. Nimmo leaps, but he just misses his glove. I thought we had that timed up perfectly, but no, he just missed it. Didn't have it timed up right, didn't have it lined up right. And Fernando Tatis, only his first home run of the series, but it's like his 8th millionth hit, as we can't hold him on. Tying run is Edward Olivares, and he draws a walk. My goodness, Munoz making this look very scary, as Jake Cronenworth's a go-ahead run at the plate, but he's going to strike out 101 miles an hour on the inside corner. What a brilliant pitch from Munoz as he works out of trouble, and that was scary in that 8th inning. In the 9th, we could really use an insurance run or two. Kyle Tucker draws a walk on a pitch that could have gone either way against Michael King. Next batter's Pete Alonso, and he rips one to left field. It's a base hit. We got first and third. Runner was going on the pitch. So we got first and third, 1 out. Boy, do we ever need an extra run just in case, because you know it's not going to be easy with Edwin Diaz, as good as he is. Brett Beatty's going to come through, base hit in the hole. Was scared for a second off the bat that might be a double play, but the way they were positioned for the double play, it finds the hole. 6-3. Francisco Lindor, he grounds to second. Nice play by the second baseman. They're not going to be able to turn 2. Runners go over second and third. 2 out for Luis Robert, and he strikes out in a good pitch. Good circle changeup in a good location. So 6-3 going into the 9th. We're sending Edwin Diaz out finally for the first time in this series. 3 for 3. Has not given up a run. 6 Ks, but it has been a little scary, not going to lie. 3-run the heat here should be no problem. Luis Campuzano, the first batter, strikes out swinging high fastball. Next up, Garrett Mitchell. He tries to bunt, try to get something going. Brett Beatty had that sniffed out, makes a beautiful play, and throws him out. 2 out. Padres down the last out. It's Xander Bogaerts. He goes down swinging. Nice slider. What a pitch. And the Mets win it. This series is tied at 2. Just like that. And we're going into a crucial Game 5. A huge Game 5 for them. Huge, even bigger Game 5 for us, you could say. Is if we can win this one, we'll have 2 games at home to settle it out on. And I think that would be clutch. But anyway, let's get into it. Game 5, here we go. Series tied at 2. It's been such a great series so far. Back and forth. A couple close games. 1 blowout so far. Some great pitching all over the place. 6-1, 12-5, 4-3, and then 6-3. So it's been very close. Here in Game 5, let's see. They have Taijuan Walker on the mound, and we are going to throw out Corbin Burns back on there. He didn't pitch the greatest Game 1, so he's looking to redeem himself. And Taijuan Walker we have not seen yet in this postseason. Surprised they didn't go to Shane Bieber for this game. They're going to wait for him in Game 6. And lead-off home run for Jonathan India? No, just foul. Jonathan India pimped it, but it just went foul of that warehouse. Next pitch, though, he is going to get a base hit. He's going to rip one up the middle. He's having himself a great postseason, Jonathan India. Base hit machine in that leadoff spot. Brandon Nimmo would make out. So it's Pete Alonso up in the 3rd spot today. He's going to draw a walk. We move Kyle Tucker down. He was just hitting into too many double play. He's still batting 4th, and he strikes out swinging because he's just struggling. But he's still hitting 4th because we just need him up there. And Brett Beatty strikes out to end the 1st, so he doesn't come through either. But yeah, we needed Pete Alonso up a spot. We're tired of Kyle Tucker killing some rallies. In the 1st, Fernando Tatis strikes out swinging. So That's a pretty rare sight in this series, that's for sure. In the second, it's Jorge Soler. Keep swinging, angry kid. Another shot. He's starting to heat up, and that might be the absolute secret weapon we needed to get us through this series, because Soler, who we thought maybe was a non-factor starting on the bench, he's starting to see the ball really well and starting to hit it really hard. Another home run in back-to-back games now for Soler after being benched. So he is hitting with a vengeance. And the Mets take an early 1-0 lead. Brandon Nimmo in the third now. Nobody on, nobody out. He draws a walk. So leadoff walks are never good. See if we can capitalize. Pete Alonso moved up for this exact reason, and he comes through. Base hit, left field. First and second, nobody out. We got Kyle Tucker up. Surely can't be another double play, right? 2-1 pitch is swung on and hit deep to right. If it's fair, it's gone, and it's pimped, so it must be fair. It's gone. 3-run home run for Kyle Tucker. Finally his first home run of the postseason, and this game is now 4-0 Mets. Man, it was double play after strikeout after double play for Kyle Tucker, but finally he gets moved down to the fourth, and it's a big 3-run shot. In the fourth, Xander Bogaerts hits a base hits first and third, nobody out for Tatis, and oh man, what can he do? Luckily, we get him out again. Lines to Brett Beatty, softly. 1 out. Next batter, Rhys Hoskins. 2-2 count. He goes lines softly as well, but Lindor is there. It looks scary, like it might have got in. You never know with how they do an animation in this. It gets down. Next batter is Nolan Arenado. Corbin Burns is going to get out of this thing. First and third, no one out, and he gets out of it with some soft contact all around. Great pitching. End of 4. It's still 4-0 Mets. Let's jump ahead to the 6th. Still 4-0. We're going to lead off with Francisco Lindor, and he's going to draw a walk. Next batter is Luis Robert. He draws another walk. He's been getting on base a lot through walking. Soler's the next batter. Can he come through? No, this time strikes out on the slider, but that was actually a great pitch from Paul Sewald. Next batter, Francisco Alvarez. He hits one in center field. Going back to center field, I think that's Garrett Mitchell. He's looking up. He's going back. He's run out of room. He leaps, and it's gone. That ball just carried out there in the left center, and that is gone. Francisco Alvarez finally comes through and does something this series. He's barely gotten a hit all series, but that 3-run shot breaks this game open 7-0. And through 7, that would be the end of Corbin Burns' night. 7 innings, no earned, only 3 hits. He was fantastic, as it was 8-0 at this point. And this game really just out of hand, so we're going to go to the 9th. 8-0 would be how it ends. Senga on the mound to mop it up, to get his first work of the postseason. And the Mets win, and we take a 3-2 series lead. Heading back home, just needing to win 1 out of the next 2 to get to the World Series for the first time since 2016. So, man, that would be clutch, as we have the Padres exactly where we want them. 3-2 lead, going back home in front of our home fans. We've got to do it. And look, everyone is hyped right now. Everyone's just dapping up. Senga, Terry Francona, look, everyone's just dapping up. We're pointing to 1. Yep, we're pointing to the fans. 1 win away. 1 more win away from a World Series. See if we can do it. All right, here we are. Game number 6. We're trying to clinch it out here. It won't be easy, so we have to go up against Shane Bieber again. But we'll have Urias on the mound and see if he can earn his money today. He did pretty solid in his first start. Pitched well enough to give us the win. Only went 5 innings, but he did pitch pretty well in the first. Let's see how this starts out. Alberto Mondesi, strikeout looking, top of the zone. Beautiful pitching from Urias so far. Next batter, Luis Garcia. He strikes out swinging on the slurve. Pair of strikeouts in the first for Luis Urias. Works an easy 1-2-3 inning. Here is Shane Bieber. Shut us down. And before we finally got to him, we only got 1 run. And that was in the 7th inning in game number 1. So we'll need to be better this game. In the second, Manny Machado, he's going down swinging. So Urias had to strike out stuff early in this game, as that's 3 strikeouts through 2. And another strikeout here. Beautiful backdoor slurve. Freezes Campuzano. And that's 4 strikeouts through 2. In the third, get another strikeout. Nolan Arenado couldn't hold up. Yes, he did, says the first base umpire. Another strikeout. 2 outs, nobody on for Sevi Zavala. He goes down. He can't hold up either on the slurve. Like we said, strikeout stuff working very well for Urias. I love when he walks off the mound. He's going to the third base dugout, even though our dugout's on the first base side when the inning ends. I think it's going to happen again. It's pretty funny. 7 Ks through 4 right now. Fernando Tatis, he goes down swinging. That's 8 strikeouts through 4 innings. Luis Urias just feeling himself. See how he's going to the third base dugout, even though everyone's running to the first. It's kind of funny. Anyway, in the 5th, the strikeouts keep coming. Rhys Hoskins down looking. Luis Campuzano, he rips one to left field. Brandon Nimmo's there. It's 5 innings. I think that's 5 perfect innings from Luis Urias. There has not been a hit. Funny enough, there's been no offensive highlights because there's no hits from us either. There hasn't been a single hit in this game, and we're through 4.5. Bottom half of the 5th, we're going to try to finally get our first base hit, and then that's exactly what Brett Beatty's going to do. Base hit past the diving Rhys Hoskins. Finally, we get, I think we've had a base runner but on a walk, but that was our first base hit. Francisco Lindor, next batter. Yeah, double play again. Those don't stop in this series, I guess. Another double play. There's been the killer for us. So we go to the 6th, still 0-0. We're still working on a perfect game here, but that's going to be a base hit from Nolan Arenado. So Julio Urias' perfect game bid is done, but runner on. You can see you can still bear down and get out of this. Runner is going to go, and Semi Zavala hits a base hit in the left field. First to third goes a runner, and now just like that, we're in a jam. First and third, 1 out for Adalberto Mondesi. Hits one deep to center field. Oh boy, Luis Roberts going back. He's going back. He runs out of room. It's out of here. Surprising pop from Adalberto Mondesi. 399 in the center field, as we were not expecting him to go deep on us. And just like that, was perfect through 5. Now it's 3-0 after 6. Brett Beatty thought about going to second, but then goes to first. Ends at 6, but it's 3-0 damage done. Luis Campuzano strikes out in the 7th. So Urias is still pitching good. It was just, a couple base hits and that home run in the 6th. 10 strikeouts through the 7th inning. And Nolan Arenado is going to add to that home run damage off the foul pole. Line drive off the foul pole. 4-0. Urias, it's not going to show in the stat sheet now that he gave up those runs and left with a 4-0 deficit, but I'm telling you, he pitched better. He pitched really good, and then the home runs ball just got to him. Although you'd expect probably your $28 million man to do more, I guess, but he can't complain. Anyway, I don't mean to not commentate on this, but Kyle Tucker looked like he had that ball no problem and just nonchalantly goes over his glove. He is just struggling this series really bad. It's 5-0. Rhys Hoskins bloops one into left field to make it 6-0. It's all San Diego in Game 6. As like we talked about, Kyle Tucker, that miss, he's been striking out. He hit that 3-run shot, but really he's been down in the 9th. Shane Bieber's still on the mound, and that's going to do it. It's another double play from us, and the game is over. We get shut out 7-0. Shane Bieber threw a complete game one-hitter in Game 6. We came out totally flat with a chance to clinch the National League in the black jerseys. We just came out flat. Shane Bieber absolutely shut us down. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Next episode will be Game 7. We will show every batter one by one. It won't be, I'll edit it, of course, to not show everything, so it's not too boring. But we're going every at-bat after you'll see the result of every at-bat. Game number 7. Can we get in the World Series? I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys thought of this NLCS. We'll come back with Game 7 super soon.